Are you ready to enter a world of limitless possibilities and unparalleled immersive gameplay? Welcome back to this channel, and today we're going to discuss about the top 10 games of 2022. We will be discussing the top 10 VR games of 2022. Surely enough, some of these games are good enough to make it to the top 10. There are something for everyone in this list of the best VR experiences on the market. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or a VR newcomer, these top 10 games will transport you to new worlds and challenge you in ways you never thought possible. So what are you waiting for? It's time to put on your headset and get gaming. What are your top 10 VR games in 2022 that you've experienced? Give us your thoughts in the comment section down below. Although there are many experiences available, we'll be more selective and handpick the best ones to use with the top VR headsets. We only have space for the best VR games, and just in the last year alone, there have been some truly outstanding ones. Top 10. Half-Life Alyx. A new Half-Life game has arrived in our virtual labs, and while it isn't Half-Life 3, it falls between Half-Life 1 and 2 in the series chronology. You take on the role of Alyx Vance as she and her father Eli battle the Combine. With Half-Life Alyx, Valve has undoubtedly made a groundbreaking leap, creating a game that showcases what VR can do for the gaming experience without compromising what makes the Half-Life series so great. Despite the doubts of some fans who thought it was a mistake to develop the game exclusively for VR, reviews claim that Alyx delivers on two sets of crushing expectations and has a vibe that rests halfway between the intimate exploration of Gone Home and the terrifying resource management of Resident Evil. They appreciate the joy of exploring, pushing doors, and catching grenades, and they laud the last few stages for being immensely imaginative as both a culmination of the game's mechanics and a radically diversified presentation of new items. Whether you're a diehard fan of the Half-Life series or have no idea what a head crab is, it's safe to say that Half-Life Alyx is a must-try for VR players eager to try the newest advancements in the genre. Top 9. Cities VR is the virtual reality version of Cities Skylines, one of the best city simulation games ever made. In this game, players can control their own cities like gods, erecting buildings and relocating land with a touch of a button. The game is a terrific way to explore the city simulation with a lot more immersive experience, despite the fact that it isn't quite as intricate and comprehensive as its non-VR sister. Using the VR headgear enhances the game's omnipotent creator theme more than ever, while the VR controllers make the controls more user-friendly and enjoyable. Cities VR is available on Meta Quest 2. Top 8. Among Us VR. The party game that debuted in 2018 and instantly became a global phenomenon was launched to a virtual reality this year. Players board a virtual spaceship where they form teams to compete in tasks as bogus crew members rampage around killing them. With its blend of cooperation and betrayal, Among Us VR adds a tried-and-true idea to the already impressive lineup of VR party games. With minigames, in-game voice chat, and hours of entertainment, the game enables players to play with their friends or create new communities in virtual settings. Party games and immersive group experiences are ideal for virtual reality, and Among Us is a fantastic fit for that platform. Among Us VR is available for MetaQuest 2 and Steam. Top 7. Moss Book 2. One of the top adventure and puzzle game titles of 2022 is the follow-up to one of the most highly regarded VR games. Mossquill, the little mouse who wants to safeguard her priceless environment, is once more the protagonist of Book 2, which puts players in her footsteps. The setting, immersion, and controls of the game series all scream out that it was built for virtual reality. A gorgeously written magical narrative surrounds the whole thing. Moss Book 2 is a continuation of Quill's first game's journey, during which she attempts to thwart the evil forces that try to defile the planet. Players will encounter both old and new pals while on her journeys. Like its predecessor, Moss Book 2 is a fantastic blend of action with distinctive controls, storyline that makes us use of virtual reality, and three-dimensional puzzles. Moss Book 2 is available for MetaQuest 2, PlayStation VR, and Steam. Top 6. NFL Pro Era. This year's NFL Pro Era demonstrates that the lack of sports games on virtual reality devices won't last indefinitely. The game is the first virtual reality game to use an official NFL license. NFL Pro Era allows players to experience what it's like to compete on an NFL team as the star player by having them enter a virtual football field as quarterbacks. All 32 teams from the league are represented in the game, along with their respective officially licensed uniforms, logos, color schemes, and of course, players. Players have an option of calling plays, running the offense, passing the ball, and even sneaking in for a touchdown. NFL Pro Era is available for MetaQuest 2 and PlayStation VR. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos, or you could watch any related content here on our channel. You'll have the option of being notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, go into your settings and enable notifications. Top 5. Bone Lab. The ability for gamers to interact with surroundings in virtual reality games is one of its most intriguing features. Here is where the world building and physics engine come into play. Players can explore a variety of laboratories in the physics action game Bone Lab, which is full of lethal weaponry, stunning ragdoll foes, entertaining puzzles, and mysteries. Players are given access to the world in the game, but it is left up to them how to navigate it. The game allows players to choose their favorite weapon, whether it be their fists or a pump-action shotgun, and go crazy killing nasty goons or beheading skeletons. The storyline of the game leads the player through numerous levels, minigames, and challenges that introduce a variety of worlds, all of which center around the game's physics engine. Bone Lab is available for MetaQuest 2 and Steam. Top 4. Ultimax. In recent years, hybrid sports games have grown in popularity. Games that combine the action and sports genres are easy to learn, but extremely challenging to master. This is brought to virtual reality by Ultimax. Players take on the role of mech commanders in the game, commanding very strong robots in a future sport. The goal of this game, like others in the genre, is straightforward. The team with the most points win. However, it is both entertaining and difficult for players to learn how to operate their mech and its capabilities in the 3D virtual environment. In essence, the game is Rocket League, played in virtual reality with robots. Ultimax is available for MetaQuest 2 and Steam. Top 3. Wanderer. The epic adventure Wanderer transports the player to many historical eras. Players relive historical occurrences, which they must alter to prevent disaster in the future. The player controls the demise of the civilization by moving through time to alter the timeline. Players can recreate historical events, including the moon landing, war conflicts, rock musicians performing in front of large crowds, and helping Tesla with his creations in Wanderer. To save the world, players must solve a number of puzzles and difficulties inside this journey. The game is a collection of escape room style puzzles, but because to the creative environment construction and plot, it manages to make them stand out and be engaging. Wanderer is available MetaQuest 2, PlayStation VR, and Steam. Top 2. Red Matter 2. Following the event of its prequel, the virtual adventure sequel Red Matter 2 places players in a dystopian Cold War as they explore Volgravia. Players use tools that resemble controllers to solve a variety of puzzles and challenges created exclusively for virtual reality. The adventures of Agent Sasha Riss explore the sci-fi world in a variety of ways that make the most of the immersive platform and are especially meant to be played on a VR headset. Without a question, it ranks among the year's top VR story-driven adventure games. Red Matter 2 is available for MetaQuest 2 and Steam. Top 1. Tentacular. It's reasonable to say that Tentacular offers a unique VR experience. Although it initially appears to be just another virtual reality physics demonstration, the game really contains a compelling plot, amusing characters, and unique building mechanisms. In the game, players take on the role of a huge sea monster with great influence over the little creatures in charge of La Calma. However, this tentacle-wielding alien also has the ability to aid humanity in solving the riddle when an intriguing intergalactic galactic technology lands. The players use 2 awkward tentacles to solve VR puzzles, and laughter is guaranteed to follow. Tentacular is available for MetaQuest 2 and Steam. So there you have it, the top 10 VR games of 2022. Whether you're a fan of fast-paced action, immersive role-playing, or horror survival, there's something on this list for everyone. We can't wait to see what other virtual adventures the future holds. Make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell to be updated in our latest videos. See you in the next video. GG.